Hey you guys, C here. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I'm super excited to share with you what I'm currently working on. And when I say currently, I'm literally currently working on. This is not what I aspire to work on. This is, I've already sourced my fabric. I've already cut some of my pattern pieces. I've already gone back to the store to get my notions. I've already planned my outfit. Like, this is what I'm currently working on. I'm trying to get so much better about not building up my fabric stash, about not buying patterns and not cutting them or using them. I'm making progress. So in my previous video, I mentioned that I never wear any of my makes when I'm filming. So today I'm wearing Weezy style. I am rocking Simplicity 8982. This is View C, but with shorter sleeves. I took the cuff off and then I shortened the sleeve a little bit. So that is a pattern that I'm working with. This fabric was sourced from Joann's many moons ago. I found this fabric in my fabric stash and I made this earlier this year. So at this point, sewer's math, it's free 99 because I found it in my stash. Okay, let's get into it. Toss that over there. First thing that I'm working on, and I'm so excited to share these patterns with you too. So the first thing I'm working on is Simplicity 9701. This is a Mimi G pattern. This is a Mrs. Knit dress in 2 different variations, really 4 different variations because you got 2 different sleeve variations and 2 different lengths. I am working on View A. I've already cut the pattern pieces and I've cut the fabric pieces. It requires no additional notions, which I'm super excited about. The length. Now, Mimi G is petite. So when I'm looking at her and I'm looking at the length of View A, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to lengthen this a bit. But no, as I cut the pattern piece, measured it out, it's pretty long. So petite ladies, keep that in mind when you're cutting this pattern. But yeah, I'm excited. I like the little cow neckline. I have a trip that I'm not supposed to know about coming up, and I look forward to taking this with me. So for this pattern, I am using a black scuba knit. I found this in my stash. I had 3 yards in my stash, which was the perfect amount. And then I went out to Hobby Lobby and got a black power mesh. This was $4.99 a yard. So right now, I think I'm trending at about $5 for this dress. Well, $7 if we include the pattern, because I paid $1.99 for it at a Joann sale. So $3.99, $4.99, $1.99. I'm winning. All right, so I've already cut that. That should be done probably later this week, and I look forward to showing you guys what that looks like. Next, I'm working on Simplicity 9644. This is a Mrs. dress with different variations as well. I am working on View A. So this is the one with, it's like a midi length, and it's got some peekaboo action on the chest, and it's got a little bit of a mock neck like what I have right now. I'm excited about this. I am working on this with a mustard textured knit. I purchased this knit from Hobby Lobby. It was on sale right after Thanksgiving, 40% off. So yeah, I'll save the price breakdown for my monthly makes, but I did get it on sale. I think this dress will be about $12, 2 plus the pattern. So about $15 for the 2. It requires just a zipper, an invisible zipper. Yes. So I'm excited about that. I love the color. I think that's going to be a nice pop even for winter. I don't know if I mentioned, but I've already cut the pattern pieces and the fabric out of this for this pattern. So actively working on that one. The next one that I'm working on, this is Simplicity 9679. This is just a Mrs. top with different variations. I plan on making View C. This was part of my Simplicity pattern haul earlier in the year. I got pregnant, didn't even open the box. I made a video and share that with you guys. So if you want to take a look at those patterns, definitely do so. I'll link them down in the description box down below. But view C, and I will be using this knit right here, this baby blue checkered pattern. It's so nice. It's so nice and soft. I wanted something with a little more weight to it, but I'm really eager to try out this pattern, and I just couldn't find what I wanted for it. So we're going to try this. It seems like it's going to be somewhat thick enough. If anything, I'll just have to wear like a tank top up under. I can't see anything. I mean, of course I can see my hand, but it's not that bad. So I'm hoping it really works out. I have not cut this yet, but as soon as I finish my dresses, this will be up next. And I look forward to sharing that with you all. So that is Simplicity at $96.79. And this fabric was from Hobby Lobby. It should be still in Hobby Lobby. It's brand new. So that's it for the Simplicity patterns. Next, I have McCall's patterns. So this is McCall 7931. This is a Mrs. skirt in different variations. I'm going to be working on view B. I am going to be using a poly satin that I purchased from Hobby Lobby earlier this year. Now, I purchased this satin to go with another pattern that I had. It's such a debacle with that. Matter of fact, do you guys remember me talking about this pattern? If so, comment down below if you remember me going on a tangent about this pattern. I'm so pissed off and so annoyed with this. I haven't even touched it since. It's just going to sit there for me to revisit another time. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use the poly satin that I purchased for that to make this skirt. Of course, I'm going to have a lot more left over, but it won't be enough to do that blouse as well. So we'll get started with this. This requires an invisible zipper, hook and eye. Went ahead and purchased those. I'm all good to go. Ready to make that. I have not cut the pattern pieces or the fabric out of that. The next McCall's pattern that I'm going to be working on is 8138. This is a Mrs. dress in different variations. And I found a stretch black faux leather in my fabric stash. I have 3 yards of this, which is plenty for this pattern. I'm going to be doing either variation A or variation C. I don't know if I want the exposed zipper in the front or the back yet. I need to figure it out because I've already cut the pattern pieces. I just haven't laid out my fabric and cut my fabric yet because I want to wash this first. So I'm trying to do a lot better about pre-washing my fabric. The only reason I don't like to pre-wash is because it's already going to be on the floor when I'm cutting it. So after I wash it, then I'm going to put it back on the floor, or I'm tracking it in from my house to the shed to work on it, back to the house. It's just a whole bunch of rigmarole. So I'm like, well, it shouldn't shrink that much. I wash it after I complete the garment, but I'm going to do better. If anything, now I just got to do both. Got to pre-wash and then wash afterwards. But anyway, this fabric, Sewer's Math, it's free $99 because I found it in my fabric stash. And so that's perfect. I'm really excited about that. Once again, that is McCall's 8138. And then let's toss that over there. And then the last pattern that I'm working on is McCall's 8174. I don't know if it is the picture of the model or what, but this one I am incredibly excited to start working on. I'm going to be working on view B. Now I have an engagement coming up, and even though it is spaghetti strap, I want to pair it with a fur coat, and I want to make the fur coat. Only thing that's stopping me on the fur coat is, like so many of my other projects, I'm trying to keep in mind how much I'm spending on the fabric. So I want to source more affordable fabric, which means, i.e., I got to come out of Joann's and start looking online. So I'm going to be making view B, the long spaghetti maxi with the little hip action and a little split. And then pairing that with a fur coat or a fur stole or fur wrap, something for wintertime. And I haven't narrowed down exactly what pattern I want to make my fur coat out of, but I did pick up a pattern, and you guys tell me what you think. This pattern, as well as a handful more, will be mentioned in my McCall's pattern haul. So definitely make sure that you take a look at that. But like I mentioned, I want to do view B of this McCall's 8174. And I think I want to pair it with view B of McCall's 7847. I think that style and that fit would be great, but it would need to be a solid black, because this is a fabric that I'm making my dress out of. This is a slinky pink stretch knit, and so I think a solid black fur coat, fur jacket would look great with it. And so that is what I am working on. Those are my sewing plans. I'm super excited. If you aren't already, make sure that you are subscribed and you come back to check out those makes, as well as the price breakdown for each of those garments. As always, I love you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.